Hello everyone, welcome to Python with Shruti. So in today's session, we're going to start about the National Science Olympiad practice questions. We're going to start practicing them in every video from here onwards. I'm going to start it with the third class NSO model paper. It's a practice question for science. Okay, so let's do this, students. Let's start the practice questions. The question number one, select the odd one out on basis of have the given animals eat their food. So here we are given about the squirrel, rat, and the guinea pig or the hamster, rodents, all rodents mostly. What do? Students, they ignore their food. Now, what is gnawing? Gnawing in the sense they chew their food with the front to long teeth, right? They continuously keep on chewing or eating the food. Whereas the snake, what it will do, it will swallow the food. So therefore, what are you finding out? You're finding out that snake is the odd one out here. Okay, so option C is the correct answer. Now let's proceed to the question 2. Question 2 is saying which of the following animals shows the eating habit similar to that of the animal shown in the figure. Now, what do we saw? What are we seeing here? We are seeing a crow. Now, what is a crow? Crow is an omnivore. So, omnivore in the sense it will eat plant products like the nuts, fruits, rice, everything, and it will also eat away the dead animals, dead rats, and all. So, it's an omnivore. Whereas a rat is also an omnivore like that of a crow. But here you can see the other options. You can see a cow, goat, and a deer. They eat only the plants, so they are the herbivores. So, which animal is showing the food habit similar to that of the crow? It is the rat. So, A is the correct option. Now, let's go to the question number 3. I'm a part of the leaf that carries water to it. I also give rise to many thinner branches. I am a what? So generally, if we see the picture of a leaf looks like this, right? Now, in the leaf, what else you see, students? You'll also see lots of tinier branches arising from the leaves. So these, see, these are what? These are the midvein. So if you call this as the midrib or the midvein, now this midvein, what it will do, it will supply water to the entire part of the leaf through these thinner branches. Okay, so what is the leaf? What is the part of the leaf that is carrying water to it? It is the mid vein. Okay, so the correct answer is option C. Now let's proceed further, students. Leaves help a plant to what? Generally, leaves of a plant, what do? The leaves of the plant, generally they have lots of holes on their surface, so through that they will breathe. Okay, and also they are green in color, so what they're doing, they're preparing their own food, and they don't stand direct because of leaves. This is the function of the stem. Stem helps in standing erect, right? So therefore, what are the correct answers, students? The correct answers include both A and B. That is option D. Okay, both A and B are true. Very well done, students. Keep on going in the same way. Let's go with the question number 5. Select the plant among the following in which the stem stores food. And in case of carrot, root stores food. In case of spinach, they actually perform photosynthesis, and their food is actually their leaves. They store the food in the leaves, but they do not have any special storage organ. Okay, it is of a leafy vegetable. Mango store their food in the fruits. So ginger is the option which is storing food in the stem. Very good. A P shows each living organism gets its food and how they depend on one another for the fulfillment of their food requirements. P is called as what? Now, generally, students, in case of food chain, what do we see? If you see, there's a grass. Eating the grass, there are herbivores. Herbivores are eaten by carnivores. Carnivores are eaten by omnivores. Now, if you talk about examples, a grass is eaten by, let us see this, a grass is eaten by a grasshopper. The grasshopper is further eaten by a frog. Frog is eaten by a snake. Snake is eaten by eagle. So, through the food chain, what you can know how living organisms are dependent on each other to fulfill their food requirements. So such a chain is called as a food chain. So option B is the correct answer. Now let's go to the question number 7. In 7, what are they pointing? They're pointing the seeds and saying that seeds are pea. So first note down that pea are seeds. Now let us see what is the question. What is the function of part P of an apple fruit? So in the part P, here it is a seed. Now what will seeds do? Seeds will give rise to a new plant. Now let us see where is it given. It is given in option C. So therefore C is the correct answer. Now let's go with the eighth question, students. Which of these living things would die if there would be no green plants on the earth? Now on the on the earth, everything starts with the plants itself. Now plants only produce food by fixing the solar energy, right? If plants are not there, plant eating herbivores won't be there. If herbivores are not there, animal eating carnivores won't be there. If herbivores, carnivores both are not there, the omnivores like the humans, chimps, rats, they will also be not there. So ultimately, if plants are not there, no food chain exists, no life exists. So therefore, A, B, C, D, nothing will be there. So the correct answer is option D. Here you make a mistake, students. You will say, okay, plant is eaten by the herbivores. So if plants are not there, herbivores won't be there. But how will carnivores survive if herbivores are not there? What will they eat? Right? So therefore, you have to read the question 2, 3, 4 times and then you have to go to the answer. Okay. Now let's go further and see the ninth question. Now in the ninth question, they're asking you a plant is placed in a black box with a small opening as shown in the given diagram. Now, why are they specifically mentioning it as a black box? Because black box will not allow the sunlight to pass into the inside, right? So therefore they're mentioning it for you. Another question is, the black box is placed in a sunny place where it is getting sunlight. Okay. Now the plant is watered daily. You're giving water. Now in which direction will the plant grow after a few days? So you have to understand that as the box is blocked from all the sides, the sun's rays will be received by the plant only through this opening. So therefore, the plant will grow only to the second direction. So if you don't study the question properly, you will think sun is here. So the plant will grow through 4. But that's not the answer because the black box will not allow the sunlight to pass directly. Okay, so therefore 2 is the correct answer. Now let us proceed for the 10th question, students. Which label part is seen only in an adult plant and not in a young plant? First, let us label the parts. Now P are leaves, S is the stem, R is for roots, Q is for what? Q is for the flower. The flowers and fruits are seen only in the adult plants. In if in order to produce flowers, and flowers they will turn into fruits later. Now you can see them only in the elder plants which are growing, like which are adult, right? In the young plant, first it needs to grow. Okay, so therefore Q will be seen only in the adult plant but not in the young plant. Now, let's talk about question number 11. Which of these is not a modified root? Now option A is sweet potato, that is a root. C is turnip or beetroot, both of them are roots. D is radish, that is also a root. All the all the ACD options, they store the food in the roots. But here it is garlic, onion, they have a small stem and they have the fleshy leaves. Now in this only they will be storing the food and water. So therefore this is not storing food in the root. Therefore this is the correct answer. Now let's talk about the 12th question. Select the incorrect statement out of the following. Cows and buffaloes eat their food in a similar manner as that of a goat. Okay. Now, when cows, buffaloes, goat, they chew the grass and they eat away the food. That is true. Lions, wolves eat their food in a similar manner as a hyena. Yes, they tear the flesh of animals and they eat. Butterflies, mosquitoes eat their food in similar manner as a leech. Yes, all of them eat their food by sucking. The butterflies suck nectar, mosquitoes and leeches suck blood. So therefore, none of these statements is incorrect. Correct answer is option D. Now, let us see the 13th question. First, you have to unscramble the letters in the box, okay? And then you will get a name of an animal, it seems. Now, you have to select the correct option regarding this animal. This is looking like a rocket science. We'll do it later. Now, let us see the options. It sucks blood. It has a long, sticky tongue. It sucks blood, that is leech or mosquito, but this bird is not looking like that. It is having a long sticky tongue, that is a lizard or frog, or it's not looking like that. See, let's go for option B. It carries loads for us. It is a donkey. It is not looking like a donkey. Then let's see option D. It swallows soil. Yes, it is exactly looking the same. So this is what? This is the earthworm. And yes, it swallows soil. And this is the correct option regarding the animal. So in this way, you have to answer the questions. Okay. Now, this is one example. 14th question. You have matching. You don't know what are the respiratory organs of ant, fish, butterfly, but you know that in a tiger, breathes through the lungs, and you also know gorilla also has lungs, but you don't know the rest three. So how you can answer in such situations? You can say A is to, E is to. Now search where are they? A is to, E is to. Rest of all are matched strongly. So nicely you can eliminate all these options and you can keep A as an option. Okay, this is called as an intelligent answering technique. So you can use this whenever you don't know some answers, students. Okay, so let us see what are the answers. In all the insects, what will happen? They'll have spiracles for respiration. So ant and butterfly can be matched with the three, that is spiracles. Fish is matched with the gills, that is one. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Let's go with the question number 15. We already discussed what is gnawing. So animals that gnaw, they will have a very sharp front teeth. They bite food repeatedly and they chew it hard. So both A and B are correct. Therefore, answer is option D. Now we have come to the achievers section. We have HOTS. What are HOTS? The high order thinking questions. So let us try to answer the students. So you're given a classification chart. You have to read it carefully and you have to identify D, E, F, G words. Okay, now it is shape of leaves. Now how many shapes of leaves we have? So many. Now what examples they gave? See, there are oval shaped leaves, heart shaped leaves. Example of E-shaped leaf is lotus. Example of G-shaped leaf is pine. We know lotus leaves, they will be like this, right? What is this? A round shape. So see where E is labeled as round. Yes, in the B and C, they are telling E is labeled as round. So answer will be either B or C. Let us go further. Um, Oval shaped leaves, if you're not able to recollect, go for heart shaped leaves. Heart shaped leaf example is F. We know heart shaped leaf example. What is this? This is the people shape, right? People is given in option B. So nicely you can go for the option B. So oval shaped leaf is guava. So D is guava. Heart shaped leaf is people. Pine is which shaped leaf? It is a needle shaped leaf. So therefore the correct answer is option B. Okay, so this is how you write the answer. Now let's go further, students. Farheen placed a grasshopper and a dish of water on a sealed glass tank. However, after a few minutes, the grasshopper died. Now, grasshopper died due to the lack of what? Also, water is there. Glass tank is sealed. That means it is not getting enough air inside it. Okay, after some time the oxygen will be finished and it can't breathe any further. Now as it is a glass, light can be nicely entering inside, so it has light and water, so it is not having air. Therefore immediately due to the lack of air it will die. Okay students, so one is the correct answer. Now let us see 18th, 19th questions. See, here they gave you a direction that for question number 18 and 19, you have to answer by studying the given food web. Okay, so you have one picture and for one picture you having two questions. Okay, so first let's see the picture. Now you have to, this is a food chain, food web related question. So let's follow the food web first. From where the food chains are starting? They're starting from A. See, from A, plants are eaten by I, C, and B. And also H is another producer or a plant which is eaten by B and by C. Okay, so now what did we understand? We understood that A and H are the plants, or sorry, let me write it properly. Yes, so what did we understood? We understood that A and H are producers. Now again, see students, mm, let's talk about one more important thing. Now, producers are eaten by, see, B. So B is what? B can be a herbivore. Now, C is also eating A and H. So therefore, C is also a herbivore. I is eating plant and it is also eating, see, C is a herbivore is eaten by a carnivore, so this I is eating the carnivorous animal. So I is not a herbivore. I is an omnivore. Okay, let us write I is an omnivore. What herbivores we got? B as a herbivore, C as a herbivore we got. Okay, so let us write B and C are what are they? They are the herbivores. Okay, now I did a, yes, let us change the color for this. Yes, see, C is a herbivore eating animal will be what? D. It is, yes, it is a carnivore. Okay, so like that we have to understand. Now D is eaten by E, so E is also what? E is also a carnivore, and F is eating E, so F is also a carnivore, and F is eaten by G further, so D, E, F, G all are carnivores. Okay, so now that we have identified what are they, now let's see how many food chains are. Let's see the questions also. The next question, 18th question, is asking how many food chains are there in a food web? Oh, we are about to answer that, and they already gave a question regarding it. So let's write the answer. So let's find out. Let's use different colors for better identification. The food chain started from here. A to I is one food chain. A to C, C to D, and D to I is second food chain. A to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to G is third food chain. A to B is fourth food chain. H to B, B to G is fifth food chain. H to C, C to D, and D to E, E to Z is what? Sixth food chain. H to C, C to D, D to E, E to F is seventh food chain. Still, two more food chains you can identify. Let us see it. Yes. You can see here one more thing. H2B itself. Okay, H2B, if this is not going here, H2B, it will get stopped. Okay. Now this is also one more food chain number 8. Also, you're seeing one more food chain here. H2C, C2D, D2I is the ninth food chain. Okay, so in this way, how many food chains you're seeing, students? Total, you're seeing total 9 food chains. So it requires a lot of attention. High order thinking questions require a little time. Okay, make sure you're paying attention to it. Oh, we already did this. Which one of the following shows the correct grouping of the various organisms in the food web? So what are producers? Herbivores, omnivores, carnivores. We already did this. C, A, H are producers. Okay, all are AH only. Okay, let's go for the herbivores. Herbivores, B and C are herbivores. Okay, so two things matched. It can be either C or D. And omnivores, I is an omnivore, and D, E, F, G are the carnivores. So the correct answer is option D. Let's also do the 20th question. In a given food web, a decrease in the sparrow population is likely to cause what? So here what is happening? Plants are eating caterpillars, caterpillars are eating sparrows. Now sparrows are decreasing, caterpillars will increase. Lizards eating the caterpillars also will increase. So therefore, only 1 and 2 are correct answers. So correct answer is option B. I hope everyone enjoyed today's session. Till we meet in one more class. Take care everyone. Bye bye.